properly. The concept behind this is called self-myofascial release, and what this does, it allows you to really stretch the muscles in a different way. So it's definitely a different stretching technique. So using the foam roller, we're going to start with the calf muscle. So you're going to take it, place it down on the floor, and you're going to position your calf right over the foam roller here. Okay. I position my hands down just for some support. And then here, what we're going to do is, as I scan the muscle, like this, as you can see, I'm looking for little adhesions. Adhesions are little knots in the muscle. So that, say for example, if there's a knot in the muscle, as I'm compressing down with my calf muscle on top of the foam roller, I'm actually trying to iron out those adhesions or those knots. And those adhesions and knots are actually felt by really tender spots in the muscle. So once you feel a tender spot, you want to just sit on it and allow that tenderness to subside. And it takes approximately about 15 to 20 seconds. As soon as you feel it subside, then you would continue scanning the muscle to the next spot. So here, we're just scanning the calf muscle. So you just go like this. Again, if you feel a tender spot, you just want to sit. Allow that tenderness to subside. As soon as it subsides, then you continue to the next area of the tender spot. And if you don't feel anything, then you can take your other leg, place it, overlap it, and then that gives you a little bit more weight bearing onto that calf muscle that you're trying to stretch. And then you're definitely going to feel more tender spots. But notice here I can turn, externally rotate my foot so I can get the outside of that calf muscle. Here I got the middle side. And I can internally rotate that foot to get the inside of the calf muscle. So once we're done with the calf, we're going to move the foam roller up the leg, and now we're going to do the hamstring. So we're going to position ourselves here, right hand down, and we like to do one side at a time. So notice I'm just going to be doing my right leg only, and then we'll perform the left leg. So here I'm going to lift myself up, take my opposite hand, place it on my right thigh, and then I'm going to press down gently, give a little bit of pressure as I row and scan my hamstring here. You won't feel too much tender spots with the hamstrings, not as much as the calves, but you're still benefiting with stretching that muscle. Once you're done with the hamstring, then you're going to go move it up to the glute. So you're just going to sit on it like this, and then you're just going to scan that right glute here. Again, if you find a tender spot, you just want to sit, allow the tenderness to subside. Then we continue scanning. Then from there, we're going to take our right ankle up. So remember, everything's to the right. Here we're stretching the right leg. So we're going to take our right ankle up, over on top of our left knee. Take your left hand, place it on your right knee, and just lightly pull up on that leg. And this gets a different muscle called the piriformis, right in the glute there. And it's pretty tender for a lot of folks. So you definitely want to work that out. So once we're done with that, we're going to straighten out that right leg. And here we're going to go right down onto our right elbow. Okay? And then I'm going to cross over with my left leg. And notice I'm positioned right here on the side of my hip. There's a small muscle that's right on the side of your hip. You'll feel it. It's pretty tender. Again, allow that tenderness to really iron out and subside there. Once we're done with that, then we're going to go ahead and scan the side of the leg. Here, as we're moving our way towards above the right knee. Once I get above the knee, then I work my way back towards the hip. So we're just scanning this side of the leg here. I want to do this about 3 times. And once we get up to the hip, then we're going to go face down. Again, as we face down, we still continue working that right thigh. Okay? As I'm on my elbows, I want to keep that belly button drawn in to really stabilize the core. So as we're in this position, now we're doing the front of the right thigh here. So you can scan that muscle, just go back and forth a couple times. Then the last area here, we're going to take this right leg. So it's kind of tricky here. As we turn to our right side, we take this right leg and kick it out. As we kick it out, keeping it straight, we're going to reposition the foam roller perpendicular to the inner thigh. Okay, just like so. Then we go back down on both of our elbows, And then we're going to start in the groin area here, the right inner thigh. And then we're going to just crawl, rolling, scanning the inner thigh, working our way towards the right inner knee. And typically this is really tender. Again, you really want to work this area out. So once we get in that area, then we're going to go back into the groin area and work our way back towards the knee. Okay. And that pretty much does the whole right leg. Notice as I started with the calf, I moved up to the muscle, the next muscle, and so forth. Transitioning from muscle to muscle allows you to really make the stretching technique a lot easier. At the same time, it doesn't allow you to think like, oh, okay, well, did I miss the calf, or did I do my, front of my thigh? So that really allows you to really get every single muscle, and it really works real fluid as you're performing the stretches. So, after you do the right leg, you do the left leg. Same thing, just opposite side. But what we're going to do now is do the back. You're going to take the foam roller, position it midpoint of your back. As you lay back on your back here, you're going to have your legs bent. You have your legs bent. You're going to take your fingertips, place it behind your ears. Then you're going to lift your hip. As you lift your hip, you want your upper body parallel with the floor. Keep that belly button drawn in, stabilizing the core. So here we're going to work our way towards our low back. Mind you, when you work your way towards the low back, you don't want to go too far. You're going to go just as far as you feel tender, and that's as far as you want to go. You'll feel the difference. Once you feel, oh, that's as far as I'm going to go, then you work your way back to the upper shoulders. Once you get to the upper shoulders, then you work your way back to the low back. So you go that and do that a few times. Just really stretching, scanning all those muscles in the back. When you're done, you just set your hip down. You come up with your upper body. The next area is the inner thigh. The lat. Okay, part of the back. So here we're going to lie on our side. We're going to have our right leg straight. So here we're doing our right armpit here. As I take my hand, you want to have your palms facing up. Okay, so I position the foam roller right in your armpit. You're in this position. Most of us, as we're in this position, as we're laying back, we're going to be really feeling tender right in that area. Again, sit on that area, allow it to subside. As soon as it subsides, then you're going to take your leg that's bent, that's behind here, you're going to push to move your body to that next spot. Once you get to the next spot, again, just sit and work out that muscle. Now you want to work your way, notice here, I'm working my way down towards my rib. However, I do not go onto my rib. You do not want to do that. Right here, this is as far as you want to go. And then you're going to work your way back into the armpit. Okay? And you can just do that a few times. Alright, so once you're done with that, come off the foam roller. And that pretty much does the foam roller stretching. I tell you, you do this once a day. Do it for 7 days. It'll make a huge difference. It improves fluidity of movement, and it's going to make you feel so much better. And it's, again, it's just another way of stretching. All right?